All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakadash, the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. The Lashon, that's the Holy Tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, wa Akim, wa Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the Wars and Rumors of Wars as of June 18, 2026, on this Thursday night. And this is from News Now. It says from NATO Politics Military World News from the Washington Times 7 hours ago. It says PKXF orders review of a U.S. force in Europe pushes allies to lead their own defense. Revelations 17 verse 16, that's in full effect. Because Elder Apostle Har was mentioning about the war division of Esau Edom, Revelation 17 verse 12 to verse 16. Hate the beast, hate the whore, and that's what we're seeing among these Edomite nations. What's that? Mark the 3rd chapter. If a kingdom be divided, seven kingdom I stand. That's what we're seeing. It says, this is from PBS News Online. It says Ukrainian drones set a Moscow refinery ablaze and a major attack on the Russian capital, which I spoke about that previously. Yeah, because tensions are heating up between Russia and Ukraine on a daily basis. It says the UPI, it says U.S. unalive 3 in a suspected drug boat strike that totals to 211 people. It says North Korea reveals a major bus cruise caused over 20 casualties. It says Ukrainian drone strike Moscow tower blocked. ABC News reported. This is the book of Matthews. Matter of fact, bring up that Mark 13 verse 7 instead. Yep, it's the book of Mark chapter 13 verse 7. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It says, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end is not yet. Right, so Yahushua says it must need be, but not going to end just yet. So on a daily basis, we're going to be seeing, hearing about wars and rumors of wars, and that's what we're hearing about on a daily basis. Wars and rumors of wars. Precept to that, Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but it is not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, but it's definitely not going to end just yet. So on a daily basis, wars and rumors of wars. Hey, just like the Wayne brothers. Hey, wait, but there's more. Yeah, wait, there's more. Right, more wars and rumors of wars. That's what we're hearing on a daily basis. And just like this Russia-Ukraine situation, that's intensifying. And other escalations are heating up among these other nations. Wars and rumors of wars that Yahushua spoke about. And that's what we're seeing. And this is Luke 21. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 9. This is Luke 21 and verse 9. It says, but when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but it is not yet. Right, so Yahushua says you're going to hear an increasing uptick of wars and commotions in our world today, because he spoke about this 2,000 years ago. Now this is being related in these times. So this is wars and commotions that we're seeing among the nations, especially with that drone strike that Ukraine did. That school bus with the Belarusian kids that was in, and then that drone hit the bus with the Belarusian kids. They was one was injured. I think one was unalive and others were injured. And you had the president of Belarus. He looked at that as a war crime. And then that's I think the president of Belarus said that's not going to go unanswered. There's going to be a provocation for that. So now they're trying to drag in Belarus in the war, So let you know they might respond back, or they might use economic sanctions on the Ukrainians. We're going to see what happens with that. Is they going to respond back to that, or Belarus is going to join the war with Russia going against Ukraine? Because they've been having previous tensions between NATO, Belarus versus Russia. Belarus and Russia versus NATO. That's been heating up as well too. 1144 call, Allah Yahweh Shah. This is right things to come. Luke 21 and verse 10. It says, then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Right, that's what we're saying. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Because you're going to have a nation within this going against itself, and then outside of another nation rise up against another nation. And then a kingdom going to be divided and against itself, and then another kingdom rise up against another kingdom. That's what we're seeing, especially between Esau and Edom. This is Revelations 17, verse 16. It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest, the beast, these shall hate the whore. Right, we see in NATO, NATO shall hate the whore. That's what we're seeing. It says, and they shall make her desolate, and naked shall eat her flesh, and shall burn her with fire. Right, that's what we're seeing. Revelation 17 and verse 12 to verse 16 is definitely in full effect. We're seeing signs of it. Was Elder Apostle Har for the past, I would say for the past two and a half months, he's been mentioning that. And that's what's definitely been taking place. And definitely with this Russia-Ukraine situation and these Edomites being divided against one another. This is Mark 3 and verse 24. It says, and if a kingdom be divided, except the kingdom not stand. Right, so if a kingdom be divided, except the kingdom not stand. So the nation of Edom, the kingdom of Edom is going to be divided now, so more than ever. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Right, so this is continuing to be prepared among the Gentiles, the armies of the nation, still in that warlike mindset. That's why you still got the cross-border conflict still heating up between Hezbollah of Lebanon, which is the pro-Iranian groups, and going against the Israel Defense Force of the borders of Israel. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near. Right, so it's going to continue to heat up over there in the area. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointing hooks at the spears, and let the weak sound strong. Right, so let the weak sound strong. That's what we're seeing with the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force. So we're going to still see let the weak sound strong. Despite the fact they might have, despite the fact as of recently, they taking heavy blows, but they're not letting up. They're going to continue to fight back. And that's what we're seeing. Let the weak sound strong. So that lets you know the tensions are still be, there between the pro-Iranian groups and the proxy groups still going against the Israel Defense Force. And then you still got tensions between Iran and Israel still. Because you had, what's the name? Let me read that again from the Jerusalem Post. Because you had, what's the name, was saying that they're going to respond back if this situation keep on heating up over there at the borders of Lebanon and Israel. Yeah, this is what what's your name said right here. If I can be able to bring it up. And that goes right along with that Joel, the 3rd chapter. Yep, he says, it says, Galilee beef threatens crushing responds if the deal is not kept. Right, if the deal is not kept. As long as the Israel Defense Force keep on messing up the deal for the United States and Iran, they're going to continue to do strikes. Because you had Benjamin Netanyahu was saying that not too long ago, he's going to make sure they're not going to automatically withdraw from Lebanon. They're going to continue to occupy the southern part of Lebanon. and then you still gonna have cross-border clashes still heating up between Lebanon and between the borders of Lebanon and Israel, between the Israel Defense Force and Hezbollah. This is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. Then I'm closing out. Revelation 11 verse 14. It says, the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. So with that, hopefully this sit down. That was edifying of the wars and rumors of wars, June the 18th, 2026 on this Thursday night. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, the Heavenly Father that you name is Yahweh and His only begotten Son. Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, those that you names in ancient Paleo Hebrew, logical, not stolen tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, wa Akim, wa Akwaf. Till next time, I would say Kormasharala and above all, Shalom.
Descubrí la mejor manera de manejar mis fondos EBT. Ya no llamo a ese número 1-800 para verificar.